got thrown off, or we went to the Black House the first time because I don't even know what dude this was, but we literally walk in for breakfast, and the first thing he says to me and Brittany was, "Are y'all together?" And she was thrown off. She's like, "What? You know, are y'all like together?" And she's like, her answer, from what I remember, she was like, "Yeah, we're here together working." And she goes, no, I mean, it's like, "Is that your man?"
Oh, yeah, it was a young guy.
I said,
oh, yeah.
Wow. That was like, bro.
It was a young guy.
I'll tell you what, because then Janice jumped in like, "Bro, shut up."
Yeah, it was a young guy. Like, if you don't shoot your shot over there.
Yeah, ain't getting the young guy.
How you gonna do that right in front of me though? Like, what if that was the case? Like, you just gonna?
Yeah,
do
he
that?
was bold. He was
bold.
He was Mr. Take Your Girl.
Tell us what's going on.
Okay, let me fix my puff. Help me so I can see myself. Okay, so today we are going to Northwestern University. Tonight is basically like the Black kickoff event for Black alumni.
This is actually a very momentous occasion. I remember when we started this project, and so this would be the first day of shooting. This is big.
I even let my shoulders out for the old men so they can cooperate a little bit.
We're going to want to capture the audio of Dr. Sterling throughout the whole night.
Okay.
So as soon as we get there, we want to throw a mic on him. So why did you take my mics?
Because you have a clip on your mic.
What's this microphone?
I thought you wanted me to mic up the band director. Now I have no mic at all.
Oh, I do want your mic.
What we'll be doing is capturing like a lot of B-roll footage that we plan to use in the documentary, and then we'll also be capturing Northwestern's band because it's their homecoming weekend. Go Wildcats!
Wait, that's where they would be outside. Where are they supposed to be inside?
That's where they're gonna be practicing.
Is band an all-weather sport?
They're gonna be at Conn Auditorium.
What street is this? Milburn?
I think it's messed up that every Northwestern person I know is someone that went to graduate school there. And when I asked them about the Black House, they're like, we didn't really do that. I'm like, oh.
Oh, from the graduate students?
Yeah, most of the grad students. Black grad students, I should say. I remember the first shoot like it was yesterday. We went to the Black House and we got to see a bunch of Northwestern alumni all together celebrating homecoming.
So we are on the campus of Northwestern University, and we are filming for the first day. I think it's pretty cool because I am a producer, y'all. So Donnie, this is the first day officially filming. Tell me what's going on, what are you observing, how do you feel?
It feels cool to see Northwestern students and alumni of all ages kind of get together, so that's kind of cool.
I was able to observe all of the excitement that was going on and even find ways to see, okay, this is how the guys are gonna put this together. Like, I understand why we're here now.
Honestly, if the documentary is 60, 90 minutes, this might represent 2 minutes altogether. And so we're just filming this because this actually might be the end of our documentary. Yeah!
This gathering, we do it every year, but this is a special gathering, folks. This is the official launch of a year's worth of activities to acknowledge, commemorate, and tell the stories of the Bursars takeover of 1968.
It was just a haphazard event because there's a whole bunch of things going on. There's a pep rally going on, there's a party at the Black House, it was raining.
We actually are doing a documentary on the takeover. If you go to nuba.org, you actually can see a trailer of that documentary. Has anybody here seen that? Doesn't it give you goosebumps? We have the team here from Digicafe. You guys want to wave to everybody? Where's Eric at? Where's Brittany at?
They're shooting the pep rally.
They're shooting the pep rally?
They canceled the homecoming parade because they were doing work on Sheridan. And I don't think their band is what we were expecting. I think we were expecting very HBCU-ish. And
I was expecting that. I was
Okay.
expecting a pep rally.
But we went to the pep rally. Tell me about the pep rally.
Eric was all up on stage, like, getting this.
Because guess what? If you act like you're supposed to be there, then nobody bothers you.
What?
But what was weird is I walked in with the camera, the bag over the camera. Brittany had her hood all down, and 2 police officers were in the front. And I was like, Brittany, how long until they stop us? How long until they stop us? We get to the door. They're like, come right on in. Y'all come here for the pep rally? Have some fun. Brittany's like, they don't know what's in your bag.
Welcome to Homecoming and Class Reunions 2017.
You talking about pep rally? First of all, it was a gathering in an auditorium. So that's on my mind. I'm trying to go back to think like pep rally, band, athletes coming out, da-da-da-da-da. No.
So who's ready for football tomorrow, right?
And they were crowning like the homecoming king and queen, which you guys wanted to share.
The homecoming king.
The 2017 Homecoming Wildcat is...
For some reason, they didn't crown a queen. And if they did, that would have made our story so rich.
Yep.
And there was a black girl
Oh,
up
yeah,
there.
yeah.
There was a
That's
black
right,
girl
that's
up
right.
there. But for some reason, they're like, and our homecoming king, they
Sebastian Garcia!
clapped and then everybody just
And
left.
we were looking like,
So what happened?
Not the queen?
hi, is this Daphne?
It is.
Hi, this is Brittany Applegate calling from Digital Cafe. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well also. Me being new to the video production world, I don't even think I knew like pre-calls were supposed to take place. Hi Deborah, this is Brittany Applegate, the producer at Digital Cafe. How are you? You guys taught me that the purpose for the pre-calls were so you kind of had the backstory to like who we were interviewing, and then you knew which questions to ask them. What years did you attend Northwestern? Before that even happened, did you experience any racism on campus? That means that when the takeover took place, you were only a freshman, right?
I lived in Allison Hall, room 1047B.
Coming out of high school, there was only 26 black students on the campus out of 7,000.
My mother chose Northwestern. You know, as far as I'm concerned, it was a mistake.
The thing that galvanized us, I think, the most was the assassination of Dr. King. His assassination took place April 4th. We took over that building May 3rd. I would have these calls with these individuals. They last no more than about 30 minutes. And then I would share these with Donnie, who was curating this entire story. And so when we finally had the opportunity to meet these individuals in person for their on-camera interviews, all the questions that we were asking them were curated from information that they had already shared in us with the pre-calls.
Someone would tell you a story, they get all animated about it. I'm like, okay, there's 4 questions in there. Let's have them tell that story all over again. And it really made a huge difference. Like, I can't imagine us doing another film or a documentary film without doing something similar to that.
I was kind of passing by the rally and heard my name called. And I wow. I had no idea what a homecoming queen was.
Like everything that they would normally do for what they would consider a normal homecoming queen, they didn't do for her. They didn't put her name on the award and stuff. They didn't congratulate her. There was no applause for her. Highlighting that and showcasing that is very important. And then hearing her discuss about the university and how that continued on, I want that talked about.
One of those calls, you called it a sit-in. And she,
Oh, yeah.
whoever that was corrected you quickly. Are you calling it a sit-in to be more politically correct? And you're like, no, I'm just...
She's like, because it was a takeover. I was like, okay, well, go ahead, sister. It was exciting to feel their excitement for what they knew was coming.
Power to the people.
It's not hard. It's just, how do you want to do like the whole date thing? Like, do you want to put today's date on there?
Another big step was figuring out the contract.
It's funny you mentioned that because we use that as a threat. Like, we ain't getting started until we get a contract signed.
Okay.
Normally. This project was unique because the team who selected us wasn't the team who paid us. The contract that we used for this project was a contract that I purchased from a lawyer a year ago. It was constructed so we could win on a big project. So the fact that they're talking about putting it in television is already in the contract that we get a certain piece. Yeah. There was already in the contract that we get our name titles and the credits by ourselves. Mm-hmm. What ended up happening is there was a lot of back and forth between the contracts and how things were going to get going. And essentially we lost almost 3 to 4 months of pre-production, production time, because you really don't want to start a project until you get that signed contract.
I was very nervous about starting the project and not being paid yet, because the businesswoman in me is always like, secure the bag first.
Because we're a smaller production company, we didn't have a lot of leverage. I essentially agreed to all the changes that they had on the contract, because I wanted to get started. We sent them the contract in June, and Nuba agreed to it. So we told Northwestern, we ain't doing nothing until, and they were like, okay, that's on you. They've taken longer and longer, so they lose time on the review, and they're not gonna like that, but we're not gonna have the documentary done until end of March, maybe. We were secretly working on it because we knew that we needed that time, but we essentially were just panicking because we were losing days upon days with a very short project, and I was concerned.
If the name hasn't been signed on the dotted line, that's a little scary because they can back out of the project at any time. So for us to move forward without it, that took a lot of faith in God and then faith in the university that they were gonna keep moving forward with this project.
At this point, we almost shouldn't do it anymore. Like, the timeline to do a 90-minute, 60-minute documentary is no.
If we had waited for the contract to come through to start the project, we would have had a lot of interviews to get in a short amount of time.
Well, I think we should still 100% do it. I just know I'm not a lawyer, but I know, like, just because somebody gave you a contract on a certain date, the date that will matter is the date that you sign it at the end.